welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well. So today we're going back to the basics. We're doing a super fun video. We're just going to be doing a little Q&A while doing my makeup, doing my hair, getting ready, eating some oranges. I'm going out for some food with my friend. I asked you guys some questions on my Instagram earlier. I'm hoping you guys have pulled through the questions. I'm sure you have. I'm just going to be reading them out and answering them as honestly and truthfully as possible while getting myself super glam. I think I'm going to take this off because I don't know about you guys, but while I'm doing my makeup, I get really hot. I've literally been rummaging through my mum's room trying to find a bubble. Well, I need two bubbles. Finally found two. I was rummaging around my mum's room, found one bubble, then was looking everywhere in the house. And when I say everywhere in the house, I mean everywhere in the house. Couldn't find another bubble. Found one in my bag. Yes, finessed it. I'm gonna do a little cute hairstyle. So my hair's really greasy at the minute and really grown out, so take that all in, but I am going to be drenching a whole lot of dry shampoo on that as well. But yeah, I just thought this is always a fun video. I love watching these just when I'm like getting ready myself, because videos where you don't really need to concentrate that much but you can just like have it on in the background is always fun, you know? While I was rummaging for the bubble, I just grabbed this little blush from my mum's room, the little Benefit liquid blush. So I'm going to try that out today as well, so that's exciting. But yeah, let's just get straight on into it. I'm not going to do anything crazy. I'm just, you know, going for a nice little fun look. But I also do need to be quite quick because I want to take a little reel for my Instagram as well. Just going in with the Got2b eyebrow gel. It's so good. This eyebrow literally has like a really sparse bit missing, so it can take me 5 minutes to do my eyebrows, or sometimes like 40 minutes. You know, when that one hair just won't go in the right positions, then you have to do the whole eyebrow again, and it just is not the vibe. So hopefully today is a 5-minute eyebrow job, because it makes me actually really mad when I'm literally just sat here for 40 minutes brushing through my eyebrows. It's so boring. Why does the eyebrow look so much darker than the eyebrow on there? Let's start nice and simple. How are you today? I'm okay, to be honest. Let me just properly think about this question. So I want to answer this very seriously. Something that is affecting me is that I've got a really bad back today. In the last few months, my back's been really hurting, but within the last week have I noticed it's got really bad. Something else that's kind of stressing me out is that I haven't gone outdoors today, and I'm probably not really going to get the chance to go outdoors. I think I want to try and do like a walk every day, or I want to just be more outdoorsy, but I actually need to actively do something about that. I can't just be like, oh, I'm going to be more outdoors. I want to go and do like hikes in like the Peak District, try out new things like kayaking without actually booking that and doing it. That's not going to happen. And I think the reason I'm bringing this up is just because I feel like my days are very the same at the minute, which I know pretty much the whole of the population will literally live the same life every single day as well. I feel like because I'm very lucky with the job that I have, I should make use of that. Try and do something with my time. But something that does help a lot is when the weather is really gorgeous. Now, don't get me wrong, whenever anyone would say that they have like seasonal depression, I wouldn't think like, oh, they're being ridiculous, but I would never understand that. I'd never think that I would ever be able to relate to that, or that makes sense to me. This February, we've had a few blue sky days. The sun's been shining. Oh my God, has it made me feel like a new woman. Today is bright, but it's quite dull. If the sky is grey, my mood feels quite grey. It's really, really odd because I don't really know how that happens, because I don't really feel like I ever used to be like that. I used to just be like, oh, okay, winter, like it wouldn't really bother me if it was winter or summer, like it didn't really matter. In the days that we've had like a bright blue sky and really sunny weather, even if it's really cold, it's literally been making me feel like so much happier naturally without literally me having to do anything. So yeah, I've had a really boring day in terms of just answering emails, editing, just, you know, the boring stuff. In general, I'm having an okay day. I'm not anxious today. I'm not feeling low. I haven't got anything that's particularly stressing me out. I'm actually doing okay, but that definitely didn't need to be answered in such a long way. Ways to help with gym anxiety. This can be a huge one. Do you know what? I went through a phase where I didn't go to the gym for a very long time, and I started going again more recently. I would always go in the daytime because I just know if I go anytime after 4 p.m, it's just hectic and so busy. I don't know, you just literally get people literally walking around in like groups of 6. Like, first of all, how do you have 6 friends to go to the gym with? And second of all, I just felt like you could never just do the workout that you want. You always have to like wait around and stuff. So if I was going to go to the gym for the day, I'd go in the morning or just before 4 p.m. More recently, I went at like 7 or something, thinking, oh, do you know what? I didn't fancy going to the gym earlier, but now I actually do, so I'm just gonna go. It doesn't matter that it's busy. And I went and I experienced gym anxiety. I honestly haven't had gym anxiety before, or if I have, it might have been when I first started going to the gym. But I think when I first started going to the gym, I went with friends, which I think helps a lot. So I kind of like eased myself into going to the gym by starting by going off with friends. And then once I've been with friends a few times, I felt confident enough to go on my own because I knew where everything was, I knew the gym, etc. But yeah, when I went, for the first time in a really long time, with it being absolutely crazy busy, like there must have been like 100 people in the gym. So I think my advice to you would be, depending on your mood, if you're going in and beforehand you're in a really confident, high energy mood, you're in a boss bitch mood on that day, sort of take that into the gym with you. Just keep reminding yourself, literally everyone that's in the gym is there to work out for themselves. They don't care about anyone else. And if you do catch people looking at you, good for them. Keep thinking to yourself, like, so what? If they're judging you, then that's like wrong on them and not weird on you. Like, that's for them to be embarrassed about, because that's not a nice thing to do. That's not anything bad to do with you. I'm saying that, but no one judges in the gym. Like, I promise, you're all there doing the same thing. Like, no one will be judging you, even if you feel like you don't know what to do, or you don't understand how to work the machines, or you don't know what exercises to do. You feel like you're just looking around and you don't really know what's going on. You don't know what the correct form is. First of all, you could go and ask a member of staff, and if you don't want to do that, honestly, I would say the majority of people in the gym would be really happy to help. If you just saw someone that looked like they would know what they're doing and you just went up to them and said, "Hi, really sorry to interrupt, but you look like you know what you're doing, and I just wondered if you'd show me how to use this machine." Now I've said that out loud, I remember when I first went in, I just would always stay in like where the mats are and do things like on my own. And then I saw a girl that looked like she knew what she was doing. Like, she had a cap on, she had a bag, she was like storming around, she was talking to people. So I just was like, "Hi, would you mind just letting me know where the leg extension machine is, please? Like, it's my first time here, or I'm new to the gym or whatever." And then they'll just point you in the right direction. And that guy was really lovely. She was like, "If you need anything else, just let me know." And most people would be like that. But if you're not in the mood where you're feeling super confident to do that, sort of just give yourself some compassion. Go and grab yourself a mat. Go and grab yourself a few weights, maybe a lightweight, a medium weight, and a heavy weight. Just stay in one position for your workout. Honestly, some of my workouts where I've stayed in one position for the whole one are the most intense workouts. You might think you need to be going through all these crazy machines to have a good workout. You can have just as good workout, or if not better, by just staying in one position with a weight and doing your thing. You just get up a YouTube video, or you get up some TikToks. It's like shy girl workouts. I've done a couple of shy girl workouts on my Instagram. You being there and you trying out the machines is just as valid as the bodybuilder that's been going there for 6 years and knows what he's doing. You're paying just the same amount. You're just as important. Honestly, if you're scared because you feel like you're going to embarrass yourself and you're going to do something wrong, I mess up all the time in the gym. I always am tripping over the gym, doing the wrong form, fail at weight. You might not know how to work out the machine yet, or how to move the seat position. Ask someone that looks like they know what they're doing. Ask a member of staff. Try and fail and try again. That's completely okay. Or maybe if you start off by being in a position where you're on your own and just try and eyeing up someone and look at what they're doing, or look at someone that's on a machine that you want to try out and try and like suss out what you've got to do before you go over that or something. You're valid and you're okay, girlie. You can do this. I believe in you. Someone's actually asked what I use on my eyebrows. It's just the Got2b eyebrow gel. It's really good, and I think it's like £5, which if you bought like an eyebrow gel from like Benefits, like £25–30, I think, and it's literally better. Oh my god, these are so sour. My go-to Chinese order, well, they've asked a few things, but this is the first one. This isn't even a hard one, honestly. Chicken chow mein with extra sauce. Mwah, chef's kiss. When they're the thin noodles, that's when I absolutely love it the most. Always get prawn crackers with that, because to scoop up the chicken chow mein with the prawn crackers is just honestly absolutely chef's kiss. It's so good. I'm just using the L'Oreal Infallible concealer and this glow cream from Borean. It's so good. And then if I'm extra hungry, I'll get some chips with that, but because I always have Chinese as a takeout, when the chips get back, they're always really stale, and then I don't enjoy them at all. Whereas if I went to like a Chinese restaurant, I'd always get chips because I know they're going to be really fresh and nice. Depending on what mood I'm in, I might then get some chicken wings as a side, or I'll get some like barbecue ribs, or the other day I had some spring rolls with my chow mein, like just something extra on the side, you know. What's my favorite drink? I'm guessing you mean in general my favorite drink. That's got to be Diet Coke or Pepsi Max. I used to always be like Diet Pepsi. Pepsi Max is so much better, honestly. I love it. Coke Zero, the worst form of Coke ever. It's so bad. I don't understand how anyone could ever prefer Coke Zero. I think it's really funny how we all have like different taste buds. Do you know what I mean? I've been eating orange and I got an orange stuck in my teeth. teeth now. What's your favorite thing about your job? I've got quite a few favorite things about my job. I'd say the first thing though is all you guys, and I know that sounds probably quite cringe to a lot of people, but honestly, having you guys like DM me and message me on my platforms, comment on my content, everything that you guys do, all your lovely comments is genuinely what makes me so happy and constantly reminds me every day like why I do what I do. And it also gives me this sense of like need in a way. It makes me feel like you guys are genuinely taking on board what I say and what I do and taking positivity from like the content I put out there and stuff. To me, that just makes me so happy, even if I'm helping one person in one day of their life, or even just a moment where they enjoyed that one video or they've taken on a little quote that I've said or something. That to me is just incredible that I am able to have that impact on somebody's life. I don't know, it just makes me feel so incredible. The messages that I receive, people giving me updates on their journey. I just feel so incredibly lucky to be able to do what I do. Have you guys with me right here, do you know what I mean? I'm gonna try this little blush now. It's the Play Tint by Benefit. I'm gonna dot on a little bit. Probably should have done a side at a time in case it doesn't blend in very well. Oh, quickly. Oh yeah, definitely should have done that. Note to future self, do a side at a time. Oh my god. I do feel like I need a little bit more. It's not that pigmented. Well, it is really pigmented, but it doesn't stay on the face that well once you've blended it out. A nice little flush to the skin. Oh god, was that too much? I don't know. Cute vibes. Second orange. Love a good orange. Oh, and another thing about my job. I had something else to say. What was I gonna say? When I make a piece of content that I actually really love and I'm proud of, and I'm sure that goes for literally everybody in life. Like if you've done a piece of work and you know you've done that to like your best of your ability, and although it might have been really hard to do it and it's taken you a long time, and then it comes out, it's just everything you hoped for. Whoever your boss is really likes it too or something. That just makes me so happy when I make a piece of content that I'm really proud of and that I truly believe in. I love that. So yeah, that's probably like my favorite thing about my job, to be honest. How do I keep up my motivation on the days that I'm not feeling the best? I was talking to my friends slightly about this last night, and I think it's quite a tricky one in a sense. I am still working everything out for myself. I know what's right in my head, but then sometimes it's hard when it comes to specific situations to put my mindset into action and deal with the situation in the correct way. You know, it's all well and good saying something when you're on the outsider perspective, but when you're the one in the situation and you're the one that's dealing with it, it's hard, you know? I'm in between YOLO and keep pushing, work hard, do everything you can, money, whatever, but then I'm also like, I'm a teenager, fuck it, that kind of thing. I'm always like, I'm constantly battling between, I know it sounds so bad, but care less about everyone else and focus 100% on you. Don't hold back. Be a little bit selfish sometimes, but then the other side's me like, people please, you take the brunt of it because then they will suffer less. And I'm like, I'm in between that, and I think that slightly goes as well when I'm in a low mood or I'm anxious and I'm like, is the right thing right now to chill, let myself have this time, or is the right thing right now for me to push through this? What's the right thing to do? And so that's why I think it really does depend on the day, depending on what sort of mood you're talking about. I get very, very low energy days where I don't even want to have conversation with somebody. I just want to lie in bed and watch YouTube, eat like a big comfort meal, get cuddled up in my pajamas, that kind of thing. Or I might have a day where I'm feeling different but also low, but in a different way, where I'm feeling super anxious and I'm feeling something's not gone right, so I can't focus properly and I can't put my all into everything. On the days where I'm feeling low energy, if there's things that are negotiable, i.e. don't have a deadline for literally the day after, or are just like, you know, answering emails, whatever. For me, ideally, I want to allow myself to do is just say, okay, Brooke, that's okay. You stay in bed, you put on Netflix, and you eat and you chill. And that is so much easier said than done. I literally had a low energy day the other day, and I was still like, no, because I've got this, and this to do, and then I'll end up doing that. I think it depends on if you're not going to be able to put your all into whatever there is to do. For example, that could be going to the gym. Oh, it was on my plan today to go to the gym, but I am feeling so low energy, I'm feeling anxious. If I go, it's actually going to make me feel worse. To me, I would say listen to yourself and do the right thing. And although earlier for you the right thing might have been to go to the gym because you feel good when you move your body and it makes you feel productive, it's good to get out the house and go to the gym. That was right earlier, but for now, if it's actually going to be a drag to get yourself dressed, go to the gym. You'll go there, you won't do the gym session to the best of your ability, and then that will make you feel guilty for going and not doing it correctly. Then you feel like you've wasted your time. Say yourself, yes, I did want to go to the gym, but I've also got the rest of my life to go to the gym, and I will be able to have so many amazing more sessions. And if I go to the gym today and don't have a good session, I'm not going to feel as motivated for next time to go. So actually today I'm going to listen to myself, go and get myself a cup of tea and some biscuits, get myself in the bath and chill out, because that's what your body is asking for. And I think really just being in tune with yourself and listening to what's the right thing to do. But also, if you're saying to yourself when you're not feeling the best and you need the motivation, same thing applies in listening to yourself. If you know something is going to make you feel good, then do it. If you know you getting up and doing an hour of work or half an hour of work or 3 hours of work or whatever it is gonna make you feel good, it might not be the best while doing it and it's not gonna stress you out to do it, then do it and make the most of that. You don't want your productivity to equate to your self-worth. Like, you are still just as worthy if you've got 5 things left on your to-do list and you haven't been able to do them today, because every day you're gonna wake up and you're gonna feel different. If something is gonna make you feel good whilst doing it and it's gonna make you happy, remind yourself the positives and why it would be good to do it, or give yourself a compromise. If you know you've got an hours of work to do and that to you is just really intimidating and it just seems like a lot of work to do and you're really just not in that mindset, but you also need it to be done, please just set yourself 10 minutes. Say, I'm gonna do 10 minutes. I wanted to do an hour, but I'm gonna compromise myself because I'm not feeling as good as what I expected I'd be feeling. And so because of that, I'm gonna do 10 minutes. Sit down and do the 10 minutes. If you wanna do an extra 5 minutes, then once you've completed them 10 minutes, because actually it's not as bad as what you thought, then continue and go on with those extra 5 minutes. But if you do them 10 minutes and you're like, actually no, I don't want to do any more, and you can say, even though I didn't feel the best, I have done 10 minutes today and I'm proud of myself for that. And you know that you have pushed yourself even on the time when you were really struggling. So I think it's just listening to yourself in the moment. But if it is making you feel good and you're actually finding it okay, then push for another 10 minutes. Do it in little increments, because if you just have an hour of work in front of you to do, that can be very overwhelming. Okay, I've literally been bronzing myself for like 5 minutes and I do not need any more bronzer. I've just used the Hoola bronzer. I really want to keep putting on more bronzer, but I know that I don't need to. Guys, it's getting sunny. Whee! You know, I said it was really dull. Well, I see the sun. It's because it's getting a little bit later and then the sun comes out and it sets and then it goes all orange and glowy and it makes me really happy. I mean, it is only 3:20, but it starts getting all glowy at like 4:30, but I think the sun's just peeking out and it's really exciting me. Also, don't feel pressure to have to like start at like 9 AM. If you don't feel motivated from 9 AM till 4 PM, start at 6 PM and do a couple of hours. You're going to be using the time when you're feeling most up to it. So using 2 hours later on in the evening and actually using those hours to the best of your ability is better than using 4 hours of your time when you're not actually putting the best of your ability into that, if that makes any sense. Work smarter, not harder. What do I eat when I don't feel like cleaning up? And honestly, girl, I completely feel you. I really, really do. I've always struggled with this, and I still struggle with this now, because I have this mindset where it's like, what the hell is the point in deciding what to eat, which can sometimes be quite stressful. And then once you've decided what to eat, you're probably really hungry at this point, and then you have to go to the shops, buy the food, spend quite a lot of money. You come back, cook it. All of that already is taking you 2 hours. Then you have to eat the food, which might take you like 5 minutes, and then you have to wash it up, which is another like 20 minutes or something. If you just went out for food, yeah, you might pay an extra £3 or £4, but usually you can go out and get a pizza for like £9 or something, and that's actually going to be cheaper than buying like chicken breast, potatoes, seasoning, oil. Like, do you know what I mean? And although, yeah, they do last longer, you don't just use them for one use. I also am just like, I just want to go out for food. Do you know what I mean? Get yourself in the car and go to Mackey's. Get yourself all dressed up, or don't. Wear a pair of trackies, wear a pair of leggings, or get yourself in a cute skirt and tights and boots moment. Ask a friend, ask a family member, ask a boyfriend to go for a meal. And if they don't want to go for a meal, then go on your own. Get all dressed up for yourself, girly, or don't get dressed up. Or go to the Carvery, because a Carvery is like £9, which is what you'd spend on like a home cooked meal. I actually had no intention of doing this much makeup, so I don't know what's going on here. You can have a huge plate, fill yourself up, then you know you're eating your veg, you're eating your meat, you've eaten your potatoes, you've eaten your Yorkshire pudding, it's gonna be yummy, it's gonna be filling, and you're gonna get all your veg in. Or go and get yourself a McDonald's and pay the same amount of food. Or go to the shops, go and get yourself a ready meal. For me, if I don't know what I want to eat, it's usually because I'm already hungry. That's why I'm trying to think like McDonald's would be good, or a Carvery's good because you can go straight up. Or if you go out for food, go to somewhere that you already know, like you have a staple meal that you have every time you go or something. Going to the shop and having all these selections around you is really overwhelming. Get yourself a snack first so you're not absolutely ravenous, and then you can maybe decide a little bit more relaxed and you're not like, oh, I don't know what to eat and I need to rush because I'm starving. Maybe get yourself a snack first so that you're not really hungry, and then you can be a little bit more rational with your thoughts. Anything that sounds good. It doesn't have to be something that is completely balanced. If you could go anywhere in the world, where would I go? I recently have seen Miami and that looks absolutely incredible. I definitely want to go to Australia. I definitely want to go to Bali. Miami looks incredible. I want to go to Thailand. Honestly, I don't just have like one place. There's loads of places, but I feel like I don't know enough about any of the places to give like a solid answer. I'm not like knowledgeable enough on any of the places that I want to go. They're just places that sound cool. Do you know what I mean? Like I literally have no research to base this on. I really want to go to LA. I really want to go to New York. I've never been to America, so I really want to experience what life seems like there. Just the difference in culture and the difference in how everything works there. Do you know what I mean? I want to just experience that in like loads of different places. Someone's asked about birth control. Yes, I have the coil, the non-hormonal coil. I basically just waited on the wait list for ages to get the coil because I did not want to even risk or try anything that was hormonal, because the way that I am, I'm very prone to being mentally ill. I didn't really want to risk it because I've had so many bad stories about people going on the pill and having to swap loads. I don't want to like mess up my hormones and start messing that around. So I just thought I would get the coil. And obviously it's a very invasive thing to have done. For me, it didn't particularly hurt. It was just kind of uncomfortable. Basically the first 2 or 3 periods are literally crazily heavy. So incredibly heavy. I had to change my tampon literally every 10 minutes. It was incredible how heavy it was. And I have quite a heavy period anyway. After the first 2 or 3, it like settles back down and I'm back to normal, which is still quite heavy, but not because of the coil, just because I'm quite heavy. But other than that, I'm fine. I get a little cramp now and again, but literally like 1 or 2, so I can't complain. Before I didn't get those. But yeah, the coil has been great for me. I'm gonna come back to you when I'm all ready and show you the finished look. So I'm really sorry to end this so abruptly, but my friend's been waiting outside for 5 minutes and I really need to go. I just did some cute little braids in my hair just because it was really greasy. I had no time to do anything fun with it, but I actually think this looks quite cute. I've gotten some smart trousers from Pull & Bear, a long sleeve black top. I think this is from Stradivarius, or it might be Pull & Bear. I think it's Stradivarius though. And then I've got on my New Balance because I literally wear them no matter what I'm wearing. Even if they don't go, I'm like, chef's kiss. I'm gonna go now, guys, because she's probably getting really annoyed waiting for me. She's probably not. I'm over dramatic, you know. I love you so much. Hope you've enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out all my socials. Will be linked in the description box below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.